head banging, but I missed Kit's delightful bum-bums. I'm going to retract that statement, edit this out in post, James. Hello, and welcome to Tuesday Night Torg. I am Jam, all of the blood is rushing in my face, and this is the Faites, our Storm Knight adventuring group set in the Nile Empire. We are on part 7 of the Diamond Armament. I think we're going to finish this up by Thanksgiving, this adventure. Tank the Frank, good to see you. Certified Organic, as always, good to see you. Yes, Tank the Frank pointed out that our friends over at Pinnacle Entertainment Group have a new horror adventure companion book on Kickstarter right now. If you head over there, it looks really interesting. I don't know if Tank has backed it, but if he's still on the chat, he should definitely drop a link in the chat, and we'll put it in the show notes. So, when we last left our group off, they were attacked by Robo-Gospel. And Zorba seemingly died in an explosion. This has been a traumatic series of near misses for Zorba. Or one very successful death that was retroactively changed by Kit's card. And the Kit built a device to override the Gospog signal for the Robo-Gospog, and were able to follow it back underground, and discovered that not only did Zorba have been kidnapped, but Morgan had been kidnapped as well. And that the two of them, along with Kara, the wonderful and delightful, in no way terrifying is all, can't use that word, just terrifying beyond all reason, actress had been locked into a fiendish robot, and that the three of them were powering this robot suit that had some strange letters stamped across its chest. But we're going to start off with, and don't forget they were flanked on either side by two bulky mummies, Gospogs, that also had robotic features. You didn't realize that, Zorba, because you were in the in the machine, and as befits, only Zorba can be the head. So Gabe will be playing both Zorba and Kowalski, which is why he's sitting in a different place. There seems to be some fusion.
Got 2 hands of cards.
That's right, he's ready to go. So we're going to start off with some rules. Morgan and Zorba have been given instructions on what to do. Just kill everybody. And so we're going to start. And seeing as Kit tracks them to the lair, I'm going to let you tell me when to stop shuffling the cards.
Oh, I love this.
I know as soon as I try to
Stop.
Start. Do you want me to cut?
No, thank you.
That was totally worth it. All right, so the first card is That's Just Great. Roll an extra obstacle out of the Nile Empire book. Villains go first, heroes suffer second, defend and trick are the approved actions. Jenny, as you told me where to stop, I would greatly appreciate if you would roll a d20.
Alright. 19.
You know that fire on this table is bad, yes?
Yeah.
Can I add 2 to it?
No.
No.
All right, so I've got to now on the fly. Thanks, Jenny, for complicating things. So,
My bad.
additionally, you can see that the back, as you watch, multiple pylons pop out of the back of the robot and start sending a cascade of energy arcing out from them in multiple different directions. There is now a dramatic task on top of this, and if you do not solve it in 4 rounds, I will roll twice more on the obstacle table and add them to this thing. So if you do not find a way to deactivate the pylons on the back of the robot while dealing with the fact that your friends have been trapped inside of the robot, all will be much worse. I feel like I'll be channeling Josh, and it'll get much worse. So I'm gonna just call that the setback you guys are suffering.
Mhm.
And what's up, Ben?
Gang, I have a plan. It may fail, but if I say it out loud, JM might definitely make it fail. So all I really want is I probably need to touch the Robo Gospog physically with my own hands. And the closer that I get to Zorba and the others who are like on the shoulders and the head, probably the better chance of success this half-brain plan has. Okay, you do you.
It is actually the villain's turn first. Do you have anything you would like to add before they get to go?
I just wanted to ask, how tall is this robot again?
So again, you're in a massive underground, almost bunker-like facility. This robot is about 30 feet tall. And starting off, I roll a d6 to see what happens. All right, infinity. A second infinity. This is going wonderfully for me. And a 5. So, Morgan, you guys see Zorba's eyes light up with a baleful green glow, filling the smoky haze around him, it could be actual, like, neuroconductive smoke. It could just be a hookah that they installed there at the last second because Zorba requisitioned one as he was being put inside the robot. But you see energy flare in Morgan's chamber on the right arm. And Morgan, what spells do you have?
Oh, you want to know spells, huh? I've got some pretty cool ones. I have Shield. I have Mage Light. I have Multiple Images, Plant Shackles, Ice Burst, and Lightning.
I think Ice Burst. What do you think, Zorba?
Sounds great.
Morgan, you get to target one of them
Tight.
with your Ice Burst spell. I'm going to roll randomly because that is the only way to prevent you from targeting Kowalski with everything that you do. I know.
The irony is she can't target Zorba.
That's right.
No, right?
The target for this will be Brother Block.
All right. Against Ice Burst, I have to roll against his dodge or dex. Okay.
His dodge is 11.
Okay. Well, so I rolled a 14, which for my spell, that's 15 against his 11.
Brother Block, are you going to take a defense action?
No, negatory, good sir. I will get hurt by. I do need to know the consequences of the freezing.
Okay.
Because if I lose a turn, I'll change my mind.
That's fine.
But
Yeah.
If
What does
it's
it do,
just
Becca?
some shock, I'll take it.
It is 14 damage and immobilized if on a solid surface.
So it will immobilize you.
That is actually, I will totally take all of that. So, my toughness is currently 16.
All right, so that'll be one shot.
Great, and I'm immobilized for a turn.
You will be immobilized for a turn.
Excellent. I don't need to move. I'm good. You'll see.
Speakers start pumping out whatever ridiculous rhetoric that Zorba is currently using to... Zorba, would you taunt a foe, or would you attempt to intimidate a foe?
Well, I guess it depends on the foe. Do I think they're an equal or an inferior?
How does Zorba feel about Kit? Answer very carefully, because she is within arm's reach.
Absolutely an equal, so intimidate rather than taunt.
Well done.
Good choice.
What is your intimidate? And what would
10.
Zorba say to intimidate Kit?
Good question. I mean, that's tricky because Kit is probably one of the few people that intimidates Zorba.
Yes, but now you're hopped up on megalomania drugs.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
does Zorba have
Um,
access to the flamethrower again?
Not this time.
He would just ask out loud, "Do I have access to the flamethrower?"
And that'll be your.
That would be enough of an intimidation to Kit.
Joke's on you. I'm on fire all the time.
I'm always on fire. That's my secret. Go ahead and give me your intimidate.
Okay. All right. My intimidate's not great. All right. It's only an 8.
That was your total roll.
Yeah.
So it does nothing.
Well, maybe I can add some things to that.
Wait, why am I doing
Oh
it?
no, I don't have.
Welcome to the dark side.
I don't have any
Picked up
cards.
and
I don't have
put
any
in the
cards
fourth
yet.
compartment
I should have taunted.
with their powers combined. And then, as I will, so basically, the robot gets one action, but I get to roll a bonus die, and every infinity, it gets an extra action that turn. So
Okay.
it will then spray with its machine gun Kowalski and Brother Block with a heavy burst. Oh, that's not good. So up 6 minus 2, so up 4. And 18 is plus 9 total. Added 2. I'm just throwing numbers out so that people find it intimidating. I have all the figured out right here.
Well, my intimidate's 10, so I'm good.
You're fine. So Kowalski and Brother Block, you were both hit with a 23. I believe that is a outstanding success against the both of you. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brother Block, we're starting with you. It is 20. In math. 23 against your toughness of 16 is up 7, so that'll be a wound and 2 shot.
Oh, I'll take it, baby. I'm not even so.
All right,
I'll
Kowalski,
take it.
yours is a 21, which is up 9, which is also a wound and 2 shot.
I'm gonna soak that. And
You know your boy Hills, right?
yeah.
our bromance is new, and the
True.
other Kowalski knows that I will save him. But maybe deep down in your heart, Gabe, you don't know. I
well,
will.
also
And
I
I
just
promise.
don't
I
like
will.
pain. So
That's not Kowalski talk. That's Zorba talk.
Also, the 2 Robo-Gospog of the 4th Planting come charging in. One of them comes up to Kit, and as it starts throwing fists, it's actually tearing itself apart a little bit,
Ugh.
as if it's pushing beyond its normal limits to ensure that it connects with kind of this region of Kit's face.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, this Robo-Gospog feels that Kit has a very punchable face. The actions and demeanors of NPCs do not reflect those of the GM.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Just wanted to give you that disclaimer. What's Kit's dodge?
It is a admirable 9.
Somehow I missed with one of the 2 hits and still took a wound. However, the other one definitely hits you for an outstanding punchable success.
Okay.
That's still not super great. Oh, that's actually way worse than I thought it was going to be, because I have your toughness here as being the value equals very low. Is that what I have? I have that written down.
Yes, very low.
Okay.
The 7.
So, Kit, do you have a possibility to soak the 3 wounds and 6 shock as this thing just comes up?
I will bodyguard Kit.
You are immobilized.
I will use my force field to absorb all of it.
Wait, but I'm immobilized the next round. This round, I still have movement. I will bodyguard Kit.
You're immobilized
You're
until you're frozen this round because you were hit with the ice fly.
Sorry, Kit.
Yes, I have my force field, and I will expend all 3 charges, because each charge is 1 wound and 2 shock. And I was told that I could do all 3 at once.
You can.
Perfect.
There's this scintillating spray of energetic sparks as your force field absorbs the hit from the Robo-Gospel. And sadly, I'm out of actions except to say the scientists who are working on it, one of them is cackling, "It's alive!" And Zorba takes a step forward and crushes that scientist under his mighty robot boot, and the rest of them scatter. It is now the hero's turn.
All right, so we have giant three-headed robot.
Yeah.
2 Gospog mummies on either side of it.
Yep.
Glowing crystal
Pylon.
pylons on the back of the robot that we somehow need to do a dramatic task to undo.
Yeah,
correct?
let me tell you
Because
what's
they're not
going
doing anything yet,
on.
right?
Oh no, it's totally doing something now.
Oh, right. Because they're totally doing something right now.
Okay, what do we know what kind of actions we need to take?
I'm glad you asked. This is Torg, and you will always know what you. Oh no!
Hooray,
yes.
Torg!
Hooray, Torg! You can see that it's as you look at it, Kowalski. These stupid energy blasts are going to outsmart you. You can see that they're actually not arcing out, but they're pulling energy in. You're guessing that if you don't stop them in some way, they are either going to supercharge the robot's weapons, or at some point heal it of all of its damage. In which case, or both, porque no los dos. So the first thing you would probably want to do is attempt to damage one of those pylons to kind of throw it out of sync.
Okay, how many steps are there to this dramatic task? So all 4. So 4. And how many are on the current card? A, B, C, or whatever?
None. You have to start at next turn.
Next turn.
If it helps, if I go first, I could then put my step A into the pool
And then immediately.
and then immediately play it for one of
someone
y'all.
else. Great. I got a step C.
Okay, hold on. Brother Block's got an idea too. What's up?
I just know that Kit has a power that identifies weaknesses.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay, so because I'm guessing that my weird device that I made wouldn't be able to like stop this from
It would not be able to stop this thing, but if you want to try and take over one of the Robo-Gospons to the fourth planting, you could attempt to.
So one of the ones on either side of it.
Okay, this time do you guys want me to try that, or do you want me to try and figure out the weakness on one of these pylons?
Well, what the reason I brought up the weakness is that if we can't achieve A, B, C, or D right now, we could at least possibly force JM to tell us the A, B, C, and D that we need. The way to do that must be identifying the weakness. Identifying the weakness.
Yeah, I'll give you that right now. So the first step is obviously disrupting one of the pylons to get access to the machinery inside. The second one is to cut off the power to the building so it's not drawing any more actively. The third is to get inside and either reroute the power, or get on its back, reroute the power, or rip out some machinery and just good old-fashioned Fonzie-esque percussive maintenance. And last but not least, it is to destroy the remaining of the crystals. That'll let you do it without it blowing.
Gotcha.
Do it in any other. If you don't take those steps,
You should attack. You should take control of one of the zombies, then play the
I
A.
think I have a sidestep on 3. If you guys can figure out 1, 2, and 4, I really think I have a solid sidestep on 3.
all right.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my machine to try and take out one of the zombies. Play my step A.
Immediately play it. All for my turn. Kowalski will go at one of the pylons and try to destroy it with his electro katana.
Okay.
That's the thing he has.
He has
Right?
his
His head. He'll destroy it with his head.
yeah, headbutting is the way to go. All right, Jenny.
Okay. Is that a roll, I guess?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be your mind roll.
That was a 5, so I'm gonna spend a possibility.
Good call, good call, good call.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, yep.
And that was an 18, so that's better.
Zero Earth Element definitely gets a possibility because that's the song that was going through my head. Mind.
I got a 19 for my mind roll.
Well, I don't like that. So here's the thing. That is a good success. That'll prevent the Gospog from attacking you this turn. Do you have any way to get to... Oh, no, you don't have anything else in the pool at this point.
I do have a Nile Empire possibility, though.
Which you could spend and add it to the... You would add a new die to the existing roll.
Would that be enough to get both of them fighting for us?
That would be enough to get them both out of the scene. Like,
Ooh, nice.
Remove both of them.
Yeah.
Then I want to do that. Oh, no. Okay. Which is a 7, but that's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
How math works. So, I think it's a 20? Yeah, it's a 20.
That is enough to get it outstanding and remove both of them from the scene.
Hooray!
So, do they fight each other? Do they kind of stand there and explode? How did you remove these guys from the scene?
I like the idea that they fight each other.
Okay.
Yeah. But kind of like, they're like tackling each other, and then they kind of like fight each other rolling out the door so we don't even see it.
They're
Very
mummies,
cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use Molotov cocktails on it.
But far from me.
And when each of them have them count off paces and they turn around.
You know what? I really like that. So yes.
Okay, well done.
And then I put my step A.
What does that card do?
My step A card. The character who plays this may. Oh wait, no. The character who plays this may attempt step A of a dramatic skill resolution or chase.
You could then just play it yourself and take the action. What do you have to damage a pylon?
Well,
Those Molotov cocktails.
Molotov cocktail.
Or my harmonic.
I'll allow it.
My harmonic mate. Wave. I can say words, I promise.
Although Harmonic Mave does sound like an awesome villain for our Torg campaign.
like a pulp super villainous harmonic mave.
Also,
Harmonic Mave?
Yeah.
A really good second stage Lilith Fair band. Harmonic Maid.
Okay, so I'm gonna play my step A,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna do my harmonic wave on one of the pylons. I rolled an 18. So that's a 20, which is against the target's dodge or dex.
That is enough to damage one of the pylons. You can see one of them kicks out of alignment, and the energy starts spilling in dangerous waves around.
Cool.
You kind of know that you probably shouldn't do that again until it's all shut down. Otherwise, Becca, I'm coming to you here in a second. Kowalski or Brother Block? Who wants to go next?
Kowalski, he is going to turn to his frozen friend, and he's going to try and unfreeze him by giving him a very warm and passionate bear hug. Like a full, just like all the warmth.
Backslapping.
All the warmth in his heart, bear hug to try and unfreeze Block this turn.
Give me a strength check to try and break him free.
All right. We're gonna spend more of Ben's possibilities.
Ben doesn't need possibility.
Natural 20.
That's looking good. You get to roll keep it.
Yep.
So 23,
10.
33,
20.
53,
9. Well, 10, I guess, because it's... Or no.
53, and 9 is 62, but I don't think anybody has a glory in play.
No, because I did the step A
It's the
instead.
second time it's happened.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's how much love Kowalski has for Block.
he just
And then
rips you
pours into
free.
his hug.
He rips you free of the ice, Brother Block. Wha-
Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari, eat your heart out.
You get to put a card in play. Brother Block, before we get to you, so Morrigan, you were trapped in this fog, and you can feel your mana is being called on. Your memories are kind of being sifted through like bony little fingers through a memory Rolodex.
That was a great description.
However, oh, Mr. Furious, what you don't know is that Careless Whisper is a long-time iconic production go-to tune, at least in our heads, so have a possibility. So as this is all happening, Morgan, you get the feeling that you don't just, by the transitive property, when the creepy bony fingers are going through, are touching your memories in the memory Rolodex, your memories are touching the creepy bony fingers. So I would like you to give me a spirit roll.
Sure. Okay. It's a 10.
What was that?
10.
10? Who are you closest to on your previous Storm 19?
As I quickly pull up.
You want me to jump over to Brother Block and you can...
I want to say, oh, what's his name?
I don't know.
I mean, I sent this all to you.
No, I know you did, but I don't know which one you're going to pick.
The Viking.
When in doubt.
Always pick the Viking.
Right?
I'll let you look at the name for that as I jump over to Brother Block, or for
Okay.
him, sorry. And then
Cool.
we'll come back.
Thank you.
And then Zorba, I need a spirit roll from you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because you too feel the olives of your memory jar being plucked by a martini sphere.
Yeah. All right.
Just come to me, Jenny.
Do you feel really good about that one?
I did feel really good about that one, Phil.
3 is it reality or just pure spirit?
Pure spirit.
9.
Okay. There's a lot of memories about you've drunk a lot of martinis over your career. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Brother Block, what are you doing? You have been ripped free by the loving embrace of Kowalski.
Mm-hmm. Love you, man.
Brother Block.
Get back in there.
Wait, give me the preferred actions again. I know one was defense and one was
Trick.
trick. Yeah, Brother Block is not good at tricking. He is pretty dumb. So, Brother Block will use his first strike miracle, and quietly in French he will say, "Mon Dieu, donnez-moi le rapidement pour regarder mon ami." And he got a good success. I rolled an 8, which takes me to, I believe, a 17, not quite a 20.
Okay.
And that means I will go first, regardless of the cards, for the next 3 rounds.
Okay. Perfect. Certified Torganic said the approved actions this round are blush and lament. Wow. Have a possibility, sir. All right. So
Wait. If the preferred actions were eat your feelings, I would be full on cards.
that's right. That's right. Just take them all together, pack them up into a tight little ball. Just Morgan, what's the name of your Viking friend?
Stefan.
Stefan.
Mhm.
What is your fondest memory of Stefan?
My fondest memory of Stefan and myself is we are sitting on a cliff. The sun is rising. We talked the whole night through, and in the distance we can see dragons flying like across the clouds.
Okay.
And I share with him my deep desire to have my own dragon someday.
Awesome. For a brief moment, the clouds part, and you can see it's weird. Stefan looks as if when he's talking to you, there's like it's really cold and the mist is coming out of his mouth, but instead of coming out and about, it seems to be kind of just fogging up in front of you. We'll come back to you again after you kill every wound you do to the people outside the robot. I will give you another memory. No, that feels. No, I'm there for it.
I'll do that. I'll work hard.
The next card is the tension rises. All players must discard a destiny card from their hands, not their action pool. If you have your hand is empty, you don't have to worry about it. So we'll start with Becca. What are you discarding from your hand?
Okay, so us two. Okay. I will discard Attuned.
Okay. Quality?
Master plan. Quality does not deal with those.
No, what? Yep. No, that's
Everyone-
one of the best.
Everyone has to discard a card from their hand, not their action pool. What is Zorba getting rid of?
Escape.
All right, nice. Kit, you don't need that glory. Don't need the glory.
I mean, I've had it in my stupid non-action pool
It's
hand
been
for
mocking
2 of
you
these
this
rolls.
entire time.
I think I'm gonna get rid of adrenaline.
Okay. Brother Block, which one are you getting rid of, sir?
Precision, good sir.
All right. The robot is getting multiple actions this turn.
Yeah.
You're rolling too much.
I know, I'm so sorry. I rolled 4 infinities. So
Oh.
the robot gets 5 actions this turn. But unfortunately, the approved action is maneuver. The card has A, B, and D on it.
Nice. I got step C right here.
Yep.
Heroes go first. But before any heroes go, Brother Block gets to go. Brother Block, first strike is yours.
Maneuver is the preferred action.
Is the approved action,
What?
yes.
What is the maneuver of the giant robot?
The maneuver of the giant robot is 14. It
What?
is surprisingly spry
What does he need to do to...
for a 10.
Is the giant robot large, good sir?
The giant robot is large.
Is it
Also-
very large?
It is not very large, but it is in charge.
So I have a +2, and his maneuver is 14. So
It is.
I'm really looking at a 12 right now.
That's correct.
So we...
Okay, Brother Block, could you describe the area of combat at ground level?
The area of combat ground level is a packed dirt floor about 30 yards by 50 yards in kind of a rectangular shaped format. There is steel catwalks that kind of lead up to other levels. There are the generators that line the lower walls. You can see boxes and crates where they've been assembling this thing and kind of casting aside all of the bubble wrap and Amazon Prime packages. And
Is there a large amount of bubble wrap cast aside, Jay?
there's a large amount of packing material, which in the 1930s is hay, shredded paper.
Is any of it still
Asbestos.
connected in sort of like a string way or an entire roll of saran wrap kind of way?
Not in a saran wrap kind of way, but there are chains lying around that they use to kind of haul large pieces into position.
Oh, yes, even better. The heavier the chains, the better. Brother Block is pretty strong.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is attempt a maneuver of wrapping the legs of the robot together. I want to tie the robot's tennis shoelaces
Okay.
together. So as it steps forward, it will fall over or at least not be able to move. And at a minimum, be either stymied or vulnerable.
Okay, give me your maneuver roll.
12.
Does that include the +2?
Yes.
So you did not get to 14.
Oh, okay. I will spend the possibility. Okay. Okay. So now make it a 17.
All right, that is a standard success. Do you want it to be vulnerable or stymied?
I will ask my compatriots.
What would
Would
help
you
us?
rather?
Which would help us get B, C, or D? Of the...
None of them will
so
help
this
you
is
with
like-
that.
Oh, okay.
But stymied
Yeah,
would give it a -2 to everything it does.
I like that one.
Vulnerable would give all of its defenses a -2. Essentially, you get a
Yeah,
+2.
let's do stymied.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, it is the robot is now stymied.
you got it. All right. Zorba, give me another spirit test. You can make this one a willpower. If you have it.
You think Zorba has willpower?
I see you, Mr. Furious. I will get JD on that. At 5 emo.
11.
11. All right, so Zorba, as you're kind of going through this, you get these weird flashes of very muscular people in well-tailored suits. Gold rings, brass knuckles. You can see that they are all packing heat, as it were. And they are playing cards. You hear the ruffle of money. You hear the clang of, or the tinny clang of coins kind of being tossed about. And you realize you are sitting there with a set of cards in your hand. And somehow, when you look to your left, which unfortunately is your tell, you can see that you are sitting in a control room that is overlooking a vault of some sort, and there are you can see at least 4, but you get the sense that there are more. There are these strange glass coffins that are set on top of kind of metal pedestals, and there are wires that are running out of them, and each of them is filled with a similar smoke to what kind of surrounds your fog, but you can see there are forms lying in them. Kit Kowalski.
Okay, I think now might be a good opportunity if I could. I'm thinking about maybe scouring the area looking for what am I thinking of? Like the switch panel that would depower everything.
Yeah, the circuit breaker.
Yeah, circuit breaker. Yes, I think that's what I would like to do.
All right, give me a find.
Step B, right?
That would be step B.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Ooh,
So I'm going to play a
that's
possibility.
fair. I was about to say nope.
18. That's 5. So what would this be? A 5?
Yes.
That'd be a 17.
A 17. For a brief moment, you were confused. You don't see anything. Giant robot, Brother Block wrapping around in chains, but then you see it across the way. Master Fuse, clearly labeled. Are you going to head over there?
Yes, but I'd like to at the same time yell to all of my friends to pull out those handy flashlights that we obviously have because we're Storm Knights and the Delphi Council wouldn't have sent us without flashlights.
All right.
I can see in the dark.
I'm from the future. I can see. I'm good.
Okay, then Kit is then going to annoyingly shout, well, fine, I'll get mine then.
All right, so she hits the lights and everything goes out, but you can still see that the machine is absorbing electricity, but not as quickly. Instead of it being a free-flowing current, it's having to draw it from the walls and the circuits. Morgan, give me a willpower check, please. Don't forget to put cards in play.
That was a natty 20
You don't need it.
plus a 1. Thank goodness we did the 21st.
So that counts as a 30 plus 9.
Ooh. To willpower, which is spirit.
Yes.
All right, that's an 18.
Who is another person that you have a...
From my old team.
Yeah.
From my old team, the next person that I had a connection with, she felt like a sister to me, was Jennifer Sarner, the human agent from Core Earth.
Okay. And what's a fond memory that you have of her?
Of her teaching her how to use a bow, and she showed me how to use a handgun, and we both decided our own weapons were better for us.
Okay. You briefly get a flash, and you can tell that it's her from the hand, the calluses of firearms, the garb that she's wearing. She's being dragged away and being forced down onto a metal bed, and you can see something kind of slides, and everything goes dark.
Okay, I instinctively try to move towards her.
Excellent. I will use that as your action for this round.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kowalski.
What's step C?
Step C is get up there and smash or rewire the energy collector.
One of
think I
those
have-
two sounds better than the others. So
I think I have C.
he's got a step C card that he can play.
step C's not on the regular card.
Word.
So I have to play this and do that
All right.
and smash it.
Play this, do that, and smash it.
Or depending on what his thing is, you could possibly trade cards if you wanted to do a step C.
Didn't he already take a turn, or was that an extra turn?
No.
All right.
I feel like I'm just giving you a Kowalski possibility because
Oh, good.
you're bringing the Kowalski.
All right.
I was
I'm
gonna say
gonna
that.
climb up on the robot and smash it with this step C. What do I need to do? How do I smash?
Give me a melee combat roll.
All right.
5 actions. Awesome.
I'm gonna spend possibility.
Don't get too smiley. GM job number 6. Whenever the players get too hopeful. Crush them.
13.
I've noticed.
Yeah, thank you.
That's 15.
I think 15. That is enough. You should see Kowalski kind of climbs up the back of this thing and starts pulling components out. And you can see that somehow these things are rewiring. So you should start smashing harder. You know that you've got to get these other pylons destroyed, or this energy replicator will power up the robot, which will be just even worse. I will come up with something for how it gets worse, but I promise you, it will be way worse. Unfortunately, at this point, the robot's leg lashes out in an attempt to kick Kit. Because this is Morrigan's plan, I'm going to let you roll a d20. Its unarmed combat is 15.
Ooh, sweet. I rolled a 19.
Minus 2 because it's stymied.
Oh, so that's true. So it would normally be a 21, but it is only a 19.
19, yeah.
19. Kit, your unarmed defense is...
I think it's a 6.
I have a double plus on good.
Double.
I will bodyguard that when it goes. I was wrapping the leg.
You did.
When it-
totally allow this.
When it
What
went
is-
to
So the damage I rolled, it applies to you, correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Brother Block.
Oh my gosh, my dice are on fire.
Wait, no. You don't get to add more dice. Whatever damage hit her is what hit me.
I haven't rolled for it yet. She got an outstanding success, which is 2 bonus dice of damage, and
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Gabe, would you like to look over the screen and just see that was my roll
Okay. Add an extra bonus dice damage to it.
from Zorba?
Zorba's coup de grace.
You were
I could play both of them well.
I forgot you were both of them, and I was like, why would Kowalski do that?
We gotta do math. Um, 14. Your toughness is 16.
16. Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh no, I can't add that. It's not his attack.
Okay.
Unless
Remove what
I
roll.
count as the robot.
You do count as the robot.
Oh, then I can add it.
Well, that was an unexpected twist. 5 wounds and 10 shots.
Oh no! Yeah, no, that's cool. That's still cool.
As the robot just
It's
goes
fine,
to
it's fine.
step on Kit,
It's
and you're
really,
like,
it's really good.
Oh no!
It's super cool. Don't worry. As long as I roll well on the dice that I'm about to roll right now, everything will be fine. Now, if I roll a 1, will I die?
Who knows?
All right,
Yeah.
Kowalski's gonna trade you this. Opponent fails. That's in his pool right now. If you want it.
I will give you a glory because I put the glory into my pool hoping we would glory.
All
So
right.
now you have a glory in your pool.
Okay.
I will
Hey, you have an opponent fails in your pool.
I will play opponent fails, and those 5 wounds. I know JM. I bet that JM would like to say, "What happens
Yeah,
when you
go.
took 5? When you took 5 wounds?"
Yeah, I
And
would love to
suddenly-
have said that. But instead,
Okay.
it just misses you.
That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
you play both sides, brother.
All right, well, then, Zorba, I would like you to, how would you trick Brother Block? No, we're going to make it even. How would you trick Kowalski?
What would be something Kowalski could do that would repair the robot slightly?
Yeah, so, like, what would you say to Kowalski to, like, get his brain off?
Yeah, I would tell him to do something to the robot that would repair it instead of break it.
Give me a trick roll for Zorba.
Yeah. I'm like, oh no, I'm trapped in here, Kowalski. Get me out by doing this very
I
specific
literally
thing that
think
seems to
if the-
repair this robot. 2.
If the robot just started playing 80s rock music, both Block and Kowalski would stop for a second.
That's probably.
Not
I'm gonna
for a
spend-
long amount of time, but we would be like, oh
Just-
my god, is that the Scorpions?
I'm gonna
Oh my
spend.
god. Rock you like a hurricane?
And Kit
Yes,
would remember
I
why
do.
she doesn't like
That's at least a 10.
being with just
I
Block.
get you 12.
Cool.
Zero.
Right.
0, so my trick is 9.
9. What is Kowalski's trick?
Kowalski's trick is 5.
So with a 9, you manage to trick Kowalski. We're going to make him vulnerable. As
Okay.
he stops to go, wait, I'm supposed to plug this thing back in?
Yeah.
The robot will use the Morrigan arm to reach back and attempt to dislodge Kowalski. With him being vulnerable, what is his dodge currently?
17. Vulnerable is a -2 to that, right?
Yep.
So it's 15.
All right. Well, possibility had to be spent there. It had to be done, kid. So +6. Current combat is 21. We said he was at. So that is a good success. And my dice just won't stop rolling explosions. His toughness is currently 12. So that is up 12. He takes 2 wounds and 4 shots. Does he have a possibility?
He's gonna soak that.
All right.
This is the last possibility. He rolled a 5.
Does the chat have a possibility for a Kowalski soak roll?
Oh, I could play.
Can please explain or further explain the bodyguard perk? I feel like, especially because I tried to bodyguard Kit and it was an opponent fails, I believe I still have the ability to bodyguard Kowalski.
No, because actually, I was going to say you couldn't bodyguard. You couldn't opponent fails bodyguard rolls because the attack didn't target you. But we'll let it
Oh,
stand.
you are
as it
right.
is.
I
But
should
we'll-
have taken
no,
that.
we're-
Oh,
No, we're going to let it
Okay,
stand,
wait,
and we're going to move on. Yeah.
we've moved on. We hand wave.
Mr. Furious has a possibility for you.
Awesome. So that's a total of
15.
15.
Like how it's got the points.
Yep.
It feels like that's right here.
Is that time worse than math?
Yeah.
Is that
What'd you get?
15. Oh, it's a reality check. So
Plus.
10.
All right, that'll drop it from two wounds and 4 shock to 1 wound and no shock.
Okay.
And Mr. Zero Earth Element gave you an additional possibility.
Awesome.
All right, so that is that. There are 2 actions left on the robot. One of which, the robot's arm kind of comes down, the left arm, and you can see Kara just starts this dressing down of everyone in the who has wronged her in the movie. And as it does, you can see as she's just kind of talking about how this person's out to get her and how this person's out to get her and how Zorba's really not attractive enough to play across from her. You can see this little bar is charging up and it releases this burst of sonic energy that targets Brother Block and Kowalski. Oh, not, yeah, because Kowalski got slammed down. It's a 10. Sure, why not, guys? Thanks, Dice. I appreciate you showing up this time. So, what is Kowalski and Brother Block's dodge? 17
Dodge
for
is
Kowalski.
17.
I have Brother Block at
11.
11.
Yep, 11.
All right, so that is a good success or a normal success on Kowalski and a good success on Brother Block. So Kowalski, you will take. What do I have here? I have 15. So Kowalski will take 2 shock, and Brother Block will take. Two shock. And last but not least, the last action of the round is going to be to attempt to maneuver Brother Block. Ripping the chains off of its leg, it spins them around Brother Block and attempts to use the momentum of the chains to bind his arms to him. Brother Block, what is your maneuver?
11.
All right. So the good news is you are only vulnerable for next turn. You are not very vulnerable. All right.
Cool.
But unfortunately, the next card is not so fast. Not so fast. Characters who disengage from melee with a foe this round suffer 2 shock and become very vulnerable. So right now, Kowalski and Brother Block, or actually just Kowalski's in melee range. Heroes, however, go first and get inspiration, which means all heroes immediately recover 2 shock.
Is there a step D on that card?
There is not a step D.
How
How about a C? Oh.
We already played C. We got
We
that
killed
done.
C?
Maneuver
Okay,
and
so
taunt.
wait, I'm gonna.
Hold on.
I think I'll.
Maneuver and taunt are the approved actions. Go ahead, Brother Black. You're going first.
So I know C has been accomplished, but I'll tell you that my original goal was to grab a hold of the robot and do a reboot miracle, which reboots all technological cyber whatever in the area. And as it is a robo gospod,
This is not a Robo-Gospot. This is a giant robot.
it's great. It's a robot.
Mm-hmm.
I could reboot the robot, giving us enough time while the reboot happens to pull our friends out. That was my original goal. If you feel like that's worthwhile, I will do it. Otherwise, I won't.
No, like reading the miracle. That does not. One, it does not affect tech constructs.
So
But the other thing is the
software, not
reboot
hardware.
allows shutdown devices to be turned back on. So you got something else.
Oh yeah, I'll just.
Or I mean, if you want to try it, I'm gonna up the
No,
difficulty.
I'll just hit his foot with my hammer.
No, I mean, if you want to try it, go ahead. We'll change the difficulty on it because it's sort of out of spec for the spell.
Then yes, that's what I want. I
Okay.
recognize that I'm a bit out of Cosm, and if I had a reality storm to play,
Well, I mean, it doesn't. That's not what I'm saying. But go ahead. I will make this. If you could, we're going to adjust the DN to heroic.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so 24 plus my faith of 14.
All right. So what I will allow this to do, Brother Block. So again, it's a tech construct, which normally this does not work on tech constructs. So just keep that in mind going forward. That any sort of technological construct like a robot, normally this miracle just. But for whatever reason, maybe it's the fact that you've made some sort of deal with the devil that this is working for you. So what I will allow you to do is you can either take one of its actions away this turn, or so what is your goal here?
Well, my real goal was to slow it down enough to pop free our friends. Like, if the robot is still a robot, if Kara still controls the robot, that's fine. My goal was my goal with the reboot was that, like, it slows down long enough for us to pop Zorba and Morrigan out of the Matrix chamber that operates.
I will give you very vulnerable for the effect of this.
Okay.
But it does not pop anyone free at this point.
Oh, no. I assumed we would still have to do it.
Okay.
But
All right.
I thought it would slow the robot down enough that my friends could then do it.
Okay. Cool. You Zorba, give me a willpower roll.
That's spirit, right?
Yes.
5.
Remember that one time on the beach with that one person? That's currently the memory you're in, and you're okay. Can't work flawlessly. You were up next.
Okay, so now that the robot is very vulnerable after the robo spell, to pop, if we wanted to go in and like open something, is that something that we could just like run up and do, or is that would that be something that is like a? Tell me more about that.
It's a maneuver. It's a multi-action. It's a maneuver to get it to access the place that you want to be in. And then it is a give me a way that you are opening it up roll. So
Okay.
are you brute forcing it? Are you harmonic waving it to like blow that piece off?
Okay. That
Code
makes
monkey.
sense. Ooh. Even a harmonic waving I could in theory do from afar.
Yes, but you
Then you beat it and get the friend out.
Yeah.
Also, just out of curiosity, as a mummy, if for some reason the thing opens and all the smoke comes out, I don't breathe, so I wouldn't be affected by that.
yeah,
smoke,
probably
right?
be okay.
Great. Then sure, I would like to run up to. Which one's doing me more damage at this point? I think Morgan's been doing more damage than Zorba has.
Clearly,
he
she doesn't
didn't-
see you as meatball.
He didn't use
That's
lightning
fair.
bolt yet, but Morgan had lightning bolt the whole time.
It is true.
So I think I want to run up to Morgan's.
A harmonic hand wave around the issue, Mr. Curious.
Yeah, run up and then harmonic wave it open.
Okay, so roll it. One die roll, applying the bow. Maneuver is 14, so that's the number to beat.
That's 15, which is 2. Oh, my maneuver, that makes that an 8. Forgot that my maneuver is terrible. If I have a Cosm specific possibility, I can play it regular as a regular possibility,
Yes, you can.
right? Okay, then I would like to do that.
All right.
Ooh, that's 10. That one was a 1, so less exciting. Okay, that makes it a 15 for my maneuver.
Okay. That is success, which will also get you a destiny card.
And then it makes it.
And that's with the -2, yes.
Oh, makes it a 13.
Okay. So you that destiny card.
Yeah.
Alright. So you were trying to get around to get a clear shot on this thing, and it's just nope, it works because it's very vulnerable.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, and it also makes it a 22 on my harmonic wave,
Okay.
which is against their Dodger decks.
Okay. What is the damage on? Oh, so a 22 would be a good success.
Oh, perfect. That'd be 10 damage that ignores armor, plus. Let's explode it.
I don't like that.
Uh,
I like when other people's sets explode.
explode means 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, plus 9. So 19 total.
19 total. That is a wound and 2 shot. And you can see the glass around Morgan's thing, spider webs. One more hit should probably take it out.
Okay.
Morgan, give me your willpower check.
Well, that's a 5.
Okay, you remember that time on the beach with that one person?
I do.
That's the memory that you're stuck in right now. And it is delightful.
Sounds
From
good.
here to
Sounds good.
eternity, baby. All right.
Whoa.
What can I smash?
Well, Morgan's component seems to be
We have no D step, right?
you have no D step. Dubstep is not a thing.
All right. Well then I'm gonna take my electric katana and just hit the part of the robot that I want to be broken.
All right. Which is Morgan's, to be fair, it's Morgan's container, yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
not the elf herself. On the shelf.
Good call.
Ah!
So this is melee weapons.
Yes.
Then that is going to be 14.
All right, that hits. What's the base damage of the electric katana?
I will have to look that up really quickly because I don't. Is it a Zan slasher?
It is the main slasher.
The strength +3.
So what's his,
Armor piercing 2.
Okay, what's his strength?
Strength is 8.
So 11.
11.
All right, you carve Morgan free. And you can see as soon as that happens and you kind of pull her out, the arm immediately sort of jettisons and hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear it starting to beat.
Oh,
Morgan,
that's probably not good.
you land on the ground. No more memories for you, but Kowalski kind of, like in slow motion, jumping down with Whitney Houston playing in the background. And you are now back in the fight on the side of the heroes.
That was fast.
I believe that's everybody. That's everybody.
To the good side.
Morgan, you actually get to take your turn. What do you do?
Awesome. Thank you. What is that? Okay.
You were in it. You don't remember?
I see that. Yeah,
Well,
it
you-
sounds like
We can
Kowalski's
put you back
here
in
with
if you
us.
want.
What's on
No,
the ground
thank
now?
you.
All right. It's killing me.
Okay. How close?
Would a lightning charge fry the circuits of the robo shit that's still working?
Or of the arm that's now beeping and that I'm concerned about?
Hold on, let Becca take her turn. What were you thinking, Becca?
My first question was how close am I to the beeping arm?
Like really close.
Okay. This
Like
beeping
I would
arm
say,
is-
if I had to make a guess, Becca, you're probably within a very large blast radius of the beeping arm.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to die.
No, you got this.
The arm is here.
Mm-hmm.
The robot is there.
Yep.
In the
Very
distance.
accurate representation in
Thank
three-dimensional space of the battle map.
Thank you. I would actually like to use, could I use Ice Burst on the arm and shove it along the icy ground so it ends up underneath the big robot?
Is that how physics works?
So kind of like Iceman it.
Yeah.
Takes away the friction.
I will let you make. Yeah, I'll let you try. I'm going to increase the difficulty, but it is very
Okay.
vulnerable this round. So.
Okie dokie. I will attempt it. All right.
Stop thinking like GM.
Ooh, that was a 10. Nice. Okay, cool. Feel better. That's a 7. Okay. That is a 19.
Okay. You knock the limb with the ice blast kind of in the direction of the robot's leg. It clangs against its leg. It is now its turn, and it plans on raining death, doom, and destruction on all of you. How do you trick Brother Block?
Well, can Zorba use one of his cooler powers, like, I don't know, mind control or something instead?
Yeah, you need to use Zorba's voice for this. You don't have to do Kowalski.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I grant thee temporary reprieve.
Zorba's gonna mind control Kowalski. We're just gonna make this as circular as possible.
Going back to our cannibalism discussion, the pre-show.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna try and mind control myself. Okay, how does this work?
I do feel like if Zorba could find a way to mind control himself, he definitely would do that.
The thing is, when you control a mind of 5, what have you really achieved?
I get to use persuasion versus.
If you guys can't figure out what's going on, Gabe has like a ton of books and character sheets in front of him, and he is frantically flipping back and forth. Big thanks to Gabe for playing both Kowalski,
Okay.
Evil Zorba.
Oh,
Fortune Zorba.
Does
double
Kowalski
thanks
have to
for
roll
playing-
his mind versus it? Okay.
What's your target?
Then it's just oh god. Poor
Double
guy.
thanks for wearing the hat, Gabe.
It's a 17 versus Kowalski's mind of 5.
That is an outstanding success. What does an outstanding success get you?
Until the end of the current scene, I just can control them. Like
what do you want to do with Kowalski?
Kowalski is now going to. The arm is still connected to the
No,
robot.
the arm that Morgan was in has completely jettisoned from the robot.
It is now underneath the
It
robot.
assumed it was damaged,
Okay.
so it jettisoned it, and it is starting to beep. And Morgan was like, "Nope," and used ice to kind of knock it back under the.
Kowalski will use his chains to lash the arm and drag it back.
Give me a conjuration check. That's a 19.
So that's 20.
You grab the arm and bring it back. Like,
I think we're gonna need that.
No, Kowalski. No, bad Kowalski.
I don't
No.
even need to really roll for what my guy is doing because Gabe and Becca have been
I
breathing.
don't even know whose turn it is
The other thing
anymore.
is that
I don't know who I am.
Bad
One
Kowalski-
turn is controlling another guy's turn. It is on their turn, but they're being mind controlled, so it's the other guy's turn.
What were you saying, Brother Block?
Oh, I was just saying that bad Kowalski is kind of a redundant statement. You already knew. You can say bad, or you can say Kowalski, but
That's
both of them
above.
together.
Morgan, the arm latches out to attempt to boot you across the room. What is your unarmed defense?
Unarmed defense is 10.
All right. It hits you and inflicts. Yeah, it is an app. Morgan, that is 2 wounds and 4 shock. Would you like to soak?
I want to soak.
You got really good.
Oh,
news.
20.
Really
Nice.
good news.
4. All right. My reality is a 19.
Okay, you take no damage. How does that? How do you like? Do you kind of like step, like turn sideways, and the knuckles of the fifth kind of pass on either side of you? Do you briefly turn into a mouse and then back into your?
Oh, no, there's no shape shifting here. It comes at me and she does like a run towards it, steps on it, like does a somersault off as it goes past, lands.
All right. All right. The new card is backs to the wall. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad
The
news.
best news.
Bad.
Villains go
Always
first,
bad.
so we'll go Kowalski, the robot, and the rest of you. And heroes are confused. You may not play cards from your pool.
No.
I still got one more round of first
Yep.
strike.
That's why I said you get to go first this round. On this round, infinity dice do not add extra bonus dice of damage for the villains, which means I don't get to roll explosions on this round. D is on the card, and intimidate or trick are the approved actions.
What was our plan for D?
You got to destroy the rest of the pilots,
Okay.
and this will be
No, I think we need to construct additional pylons.
if you don't destroy it this round, that will be the end of the dramatic task resolution, and the energy reserves will activate.
How many pylons are
It's
left?
ready to work. There are 2 left.
Oh, okay.
Kowalski, or Brother Black, you get to go first. And then Zorba, give me your willpower check, just so I can on tap.
This is the last round of me getting to go before everyone because of my miracle. And Brother Block's main skill is just being strong. It's really like all he has. So what I would like to do is pick up whatever part of this arm I can, and I want to chuck the arm directly at like the chest of this Robo Gospog. So I want to do a combo strength and missile weapons check. And my deep down goal would be if I can chuck whatever I think is explosive about this arm into the sweet plantinous.
It's not, remember, it's a giant robot.
zombified-
This isn't a Gothbog, this is a giant robot.
Oh, okay. Is there a part of this giant robot that looks like a bit of a shelf?
A shelf?
Will you be able to
Yeah,
throw it at the pylons?
I'm gonna try to shoot it. I would try to shoot it straight through its stomach and let it blow up. But I hear you saying that it's armored, so
Yes.
rather than impaling it, can rest the giant explosive on part of it.
Sure, give me a shot. Roll strength and use your adds and missile weapons for it.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Hold on. So I got a 34. That will make my strength a
So it's a plus 10.
So that'll make strength 21.
Okay.
And it'll make my missile weapons a 20.
Does that include the -2 for each?
No. No. It'll make my strength a 19 and my missile weapons an 18.
All right. So you are able to pick this thing up and you throw it at the robot, and it sort of sticks a little bit. It kind of flops back over it, but it seems to be attached to the left side of the robot.
Okay, good.
Cool.
I'm done.
It's now the robot's turn.
Can it reattach its arm?
It cannot.
Oh.
Like where your head's in, which is currently inside the robot with the rest of you.
Mhm.
What'd you get on your memory roll?
-2.
Cool. So, the robot will take its turn and ignite the flamethrower, and it will try to catch, because it knows that Zorba is controlling Kowalski. And because it has Zorba's memories, it knows that the person to target with the flamethrower is Kit. You have some possibilities over there, don't you?
Nope.
Oh, no!
Wait, Kit loves fire.
Anybody got a possibility for Kit? Possibility for Kit.
I had a card that would give me possibility, but not this turn.
Can we give her our possibilities? No.
Only the chat can.
Only the chat can.
If you want to give up that one that Narrow Earth element gave, he can redistribute it. So Kit, this will be a good success against.
Cool.
Oh my lord. Well, Kit, the news is that you will take 2 wounds and 4 shots from this. Oh, Mr. Fury has Kit.
Ah, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, Mr. Fury is sitting on a pile. He is the Fort Knox of possibilities. That's not true. He gives them to me just as often.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Okay, so it's a reality roll.
This is a reality roll, and I will also need, it hits up to people. So, Morgan, what is your toughness? As it just starts spraying. And Brother Block.
My toughness is 16, and if you touch me physically, you get an 8 + 1 BD damage.
It's a flamethrower.
I got a 10.
That reduces it to 1 wound and no shot.
Okay.
Kit,
Thank you, Mr. Fury.
Morgan, that'll be 2 wounds and 4 shots. And Brother Block. My freaking exploding dice don't explode. Brother Block, you will take 1 wound and 2 shots.
I spend a possibility to try to soak it, and I got a 12 to soak.
All right, you take 1 wound and no shot from that attack.
Okay.
You've heard it.
Ow.
No, I'm not going to say that. Remind me to share my incredibly hysterical podcast. So you take a wound and 2 shot, or a wound and no shot. Brother Block, are you taking your wound?
Yes, sir. I will heal myself eventually, but there's no reason to do so
At this moment.
until I get the most benefit. Thank you.
All righty. It is now Kowalski, Morgan, and Kit's turn.
We have a step D, right?
You do have a step
We
D.
have a step D. Okay. And we need to destroy 2 pylons this turn, or it's gonna be rough.
I can
Not
use
great.
lightning.
You're going to use lightning to try and get both of them?
Yeah.
Do
Or
it.
yeah, I'll try to get both of them. Why not?
It's the greatest attack in the game.
Can
Mathematics.
we use cards this turn?
You may not use cards this turn.
Okay, so we're still confused.
Confused with this round. Yes.
Is this going to be considered a multi-action?
It will be, so a -2.
Okay. -2. That only got me to 13. I'm gonna
Do it. Spend a possibility. Give into your fate.
spend my last possibility.
Not at this point, Mr. Furious. They have been successfully disengaged in their self-repair functions off. So she's going to try and overload them.
That is a great
Goodness.
question, and I'm glad it was brought up.
Yeah.
21, 8.
One of these days, I'm going to get Mr. Furious to just show up and run the game. I'll sit in the player chair.
What?
I can do the math.
Just give people
Oh,
possibilities.
20.
20 to hit.
Yes.
That destroys. That is a good success. So
Okay.
what's your base damage and your bonus damage?
Oh, come on. I keep like dropping them off the side. 5. A total of 21 damage.
All right.
16 plus 5, and it ignores 4 points of armor.
Morgan Palpatine's the back of the robot, destroying both of the pilots and ending the dramatic task resolution. For this, giving you all one possibility.
Ah,
Oh, good.
All right.
thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Morgan.
well done.
I'm really glad to be back out here. Like, that was really just messing with my brain.
Kowalski and Fortune thing. What order does Zorba give you this round?
So Zorba, through the network of the robot, heard what Kara said about him.
Yeah.
And so he's sicking Kowalski on Kara.
Sadly, defeated by my own hubris.
He heard that, and Kowalski is coming for Kara. He's just gonna go try and stab right through that glass arm. Just
She said you weren't attractive enough. That was
so
actually
maneuver.
JM's word.
Maneuver is a multi-action. Maneuver to get where you want,
mhm.
and then attack with the melee attack with the.
So I gotta roll.
You roll once and subtract 2 from the from not the
All right.
die roll, but the bonus.
All right.
It will be your turn. Round out this.
+1. I'm gonna spend a possibility. That's a 12. So it's 23. 25. 8. I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. So it's maneuver.
Yes.
All right, and it's 20.
Where'd you get normal?
6. 19 on the maneuver.
Is a good success. So in addition to getting you where you want, do you want the robot to be vulnerable, or let's make him vulnerable to this attack?
Mm-hmm. I don't care about the robot. I'm
Just the arm.
gunning for that stuck-up actress.
It's weird when Kowalski
didn't who didn't like all my great ideas for filming that fight scene. This is what you get. It's called a. Well, wait. And what is my next attack? Is
Melee.
melee weapons?
Still
That's the same thing.
so 20.
A 19.
A 19?
They're both 19s.
All right, so that is the base damage, which we last time is 12,
Mm-hmm.
and because it is vulnerable,
That's got armor piercing.
yeah, and it's armor piercing too. So go ahead and roll 2 bonus dice of damage.
So that's a 4, 4, and 5.
So 13 plus 12 is a 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's up 3. Or sorry, it's up 12, which is 2 wounds and 4 shot. So here's the question. Kowalski,
Gabe, I could trade you a coup de grace.
you can't use cards from your pool this round. Still
Okay.
confused.
So I
Do
can't.
you,
Sorry.
No worries. Is Kowalski attempting to free Kara or murdering Kara? Remember, he's under the control of Zorba.
That's a good question.
But I feel like murder might go against his character, so he might have an attempt to resist that
That is true.
extreme.
Yeah, it probably will try and resist Zorba's.
So he pulled,
Zorba is telling him to make sure she can never act again.
wow, Zorba, that was dark.
But
Well, he's gonna try and resist. Give me a willpower check.
he's gonna try and resist. I think he's good at that, right? Willpower? Yeah, he's okay at that. I mean, he's got an 11.
You got an 11.
Yeah, on my willpower.
All right, so that's enough for him to turn the blade at the last second. He breaks open the cockpit, but he does not free her. He pulls the bat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I won't kill you, but I'm going to save you. He's
Mhm.
conflicted with this. And that is when the arm explodes.
Mm-hmm.
And we will pick up in 2 weeks to find out what happens when the arm explodes.
Ben, I hope I did your character proud.
I think if Ben is at all like anyone in the chat or in the Fet 5, my hat off to you, sir, or Ben's hat off to you, sir.
Yeah.
That was a delightfully Kowalski evening, which if I was titling each individual...
I got my cord stuck in my horns.
Oh, I want my prom to be entitled Delightfully Kowalski Evening.
That'll be our theme. Yeah, that's
Kowalski under the sea games.
All right, we will be back in 2 weeks. We're off next week, but we will be back after that to finish up this encounter, see what's going on. Guys, this was one of the craziest scenes I've run for Torg. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you were wondering at home, the one thing I think I would change is, as soon as I got in here, I found a very easy way to figure out how many actions the robots get. And the next time you fight it, I'm going to use that. I mean, if there is a next time that you would fight such a creature. It's super simple. It's just how many steps are on the card. That's how many actions the robot gets. That feels like
That's great.
the best way to do it. We may have to incorporate that. So
It wasn't
until
a
next time,
fight, but it was good.
I'm glad you liked it. It was supposed to be strange. So we will be back in 2 weeks. Check out all the other great shows we have on the Iconic Production channel. We're going to be finishing up we'll hit the second episode of our look at transhuman science fiction on Thursday for Behind the Screen. On Saturday morning, we'll be doing the next episode of the Grand Campaign. On Sunday evening, Becca, Mark, and I will be giving our thoughts on the Dracula dossier on the Iconic podcast. So until then, for the Fet 5, for everyone at Iconic Production, and thank you all to the chat. We will see you all in 2 weeks. Stay safe, stay gaming, stay healthy. Until then, have a good one.